So the plan for today is we start in Asheville and we head north. We're going on the Blue Ridge Parkway. We don't know how far up we're gonna go. We're just gonna keep going. We have a plan to hit certain key spots that we're wanting to see, but we might actually hit further than that. We're not sure. So we'll see where it goes from there. So unfortunately, our first stop is the Folk Arts Visitor Center. It's the closest place to where we're staying, so we're gonna go see it. And supposedly it's one of the best visitor centers on the whole Blue Ridge Parkway. However, it's closed. So we're gonna move on. Sarah's looking for a map right now, see if they have one outside, but then we will continue on. I think it's awesome to just see this fog rolling in like this. Absolutely love these mountain layers, and then the fog rolling in just makes this super cool. So we're here at Craggy Pinnacle. We're going to do our first hike of the day, and we're going to go up there to the top. It's going to be unobstructed 360 views of the mountain range around us. So we're very excited for this one. We missed it last time we were here, and now we are going to go up to the top to get this great view. So we're going to be heading up somewhere around there, and it is a mile trail, so half a mile up, half a mile back, and 242 feet of elevation gain. All right, we are on our way to the trail, but then we saw this. And we just had to stop because this is beautiful.
Oh.
All right, so I know I just had half a mile up, but as we started, there was literally a sign that said 0.7 miles. So I don't know, we'll see. Either way, it's under a mile. It's not really very long. As you could tell, the trail is really narrow. Kind of what you experience throughout Tennessee anyway, is a lot of narrow trails because of massive lush overgrowth. It makes the trails really pretty narrow, but something I'm getting used to for sure. This is a cool tree. Some cool staircase going up pretty much this whole section. Again, there's some really cool trees here. Look at that, Maddie. It's like an underground bunker. Guys, look at this rock. It's super craggy. Oh, it is like a cave. Look at that. So as we round the rock that I just showed, you can actually go right out on top of it. And I almost just fell. Look at this amazing view. And look, there's the road right there. So when you get near the top, there's a fork in the path. This way and this way. This way leads to the lower overlook. This one leads to the higher overlook. Higher the better, I say. Let's go up. Almost there, guys. Almost there. So last time we were here, we parked down there and we went to go look at the overlook. It was in that direction, and we saw these little ant-like people standing on top of here. And we're like, okay, Craggy Pinnacle is definitely something we have to do at some point. Now we're here. It's pretty cool because when you get up here, you got this stone wall. It's all over the place. Prevent people from falling off.
Your arm around something.
It is graveyard views on that side.
So Craggy Pinnacle, we're on our way down now. I have to say, I highly suggest this one. This is really cool. Gives you beautiful overlooks, and I know that there's an overlook down below that you could drive to, which is nice, but this is way better because you're way higher, and I highly suggest if you could get out, do Craggy Pinnacle, definitely do that. There are so many overlooks on this parkway all the way up through that there's no way we could stop at all of them because there's just so many over the 400 plus something miles of the parkway. But we're gonna stop at a bunch of them, show you a little bit of a glimpse of them as we go through this video. So one of the things about the Blue Ridge Parkway that's really amazing is that the journey is the destination. So everywhere you go on here is the destination. It's amazing to see all the overlooks, and there's plenty of accessible, easy ways to just see these unbelievable views. But then also on top of that, you also have amazing hikes and things that are short but steep to adventure in as well. Another thing to note for the Blue Ridge Parkway that I think is really important to know is that it's really a relaxing drive. You've just got this amazing road to just continually drive on. There's no stop signs, there's no traffic. If there are people around, there's so many turnouts you can easily like pull off. If they want to drive faster, you want to drive slower, like it's just relaxing. And around obviously the cities it will get a little bit busier, but in most of the sections it's just unbelievably peaceful. And you're going to be going up and down a lot, but it's so smooth, and they do such a good job when they planned it that it really actually doesn't feel like it's these windy, crazy roads or anything like that. It just feels relaxing the whole way. So we had to skip Mount Mitchell. That was one of the plans. It's right off the Blue Ridge Parkway. However, it is completely in a cloud right now. And we really want to go out there and see it with a really good view. I will put a link to the first time we went to the Blue Ridge Parkway in the description, where we were also in a cloud. But someday we will get up there and it will not be in a cloud. It will be a beautiful view. So today, this is our view of Mount Mitchell. Right up there, completely covered in the cloud. That's why we're not going out there, because we're not really going to be able to get a view. These clouds don't look like they're in a hurry to move anywhere, so it's going to be like this for a while. We've got a lot of other things we're going to do today, so we're going to move on. So right at the start of the trail, we have this cool little cabin. Cement cabin. All right, let's go. So we're on our way to Crabtree Falls, and it's a big loop going around for the whole trail. It's like 2.6 miles, and I think it's like 577 feet of elevation gain. We're not going to do the whole thing today. We're just going to go see the waterfall. And I've heard that if you start at the trailhead and keep to the left, that will help you get there the quickest way. So one of the first things you do for this trail as you walk through the campsites, you get to the left side of the trail to get to Crabtree Falls. All right, so it is true. Go to the left. When you get to the campground, you're gonna have to basically follow the signs at that point, because it's not actually all the way to the left every single turn that you go, because that's a road that continues out throughout the campground. There's actually a little spot in the woods that opens up, and it has a sign that tells you where you're going. So now we're definitely on the path leading to Crabtree Falls. So again, follow the signs. Crabtree Falls to the left. Woohoo! My turn. It's a beautiful open woods right now. Right, Ryan? Our girls are very happy, as always, to get out on trail and adventure. So this is absolutely a beautiful day to go hiking. We've got temperatures in the low 70s, mid 70s throughout the day. And right now, with all this tree coverage and walking down to the falls, it almost has like a damp feel to it. So it like feels like a cool, nice, easy way to walk through the woods. It's a cool bridge that we get to go across. So good news is, I hear water. I don't know how close we are now, but we're getting closer because it's got to be near water, obviously. Oh, wow. Got leaves that were changing. Right down this hill. A little bit of a stream we get to walk by. Gives us some really nice sounds to listen to as we go, doesn't it, Ryan? Okay. This is a really beautiful spot. You've got like layers of the stream going down the rocks, pretty much just cascading down as it goes. Really peaceful spot on this bridge. So, look on the map. We made it to about the halfway mark. We have not found the waterfall yet. So it might be better to go the right side when you go, just to get to the waterfall faster. But either way, we're now experiencing some elevation going up. Hopefully we'll see the waterfall soon. Starting to definitely get warm now. Look at the cool little stairwell. This is a cool section though. We're holding hands now because it is a very steep drop off right now. I love this cool rock wall that we get to follow all along the path. Maddie wanted to point out this really cool log that we found.
Oh, look at that log. It looks like an alligator or something sleeping. Its eyes right here and its nose.
Oh yeah. Alright, we're definitely close to the waterfall because I hear a significant amount of water falling. So we must be pretty close. We're doing some switchbacks right now. Look at this cool stump.
Go off of it. Cool. It looks like
All right, we got our first glimpse of the fall. We're almost there. Let's get a closer look.
That's freaking funny.
Look at this leaf we found. He's like, I don't like traveling all the way down this path to get to this waterfall. Maddie, what'd you just make? Oh no, the eye fell off.
That was a monster.
The face. Oh, the nose fell off.
Its mouth is right here.
I absolutely love these kind of waterfalls because of all the rocks as it just cascades down. It just creates layers and it's absolutely beautiful. It's like my favorite kind. You guys got your spot on the bench. I mean, you can't blame them. You got this bench with this view. That's a good spot. One more shot at the waterfall before we continue on the loop. Alright, so I lied when I said we weren't going to do the loop because we thought that it would be quicker to go the left side of the trail when you start, but actually it's about the halfway point, so it doesn't really matter. So we might as well just continue on and see something brand new instead of going back the way we came. I believe this part, from what it looks like, is going to be like the steepest section, but either way we get to see something brand new. So far, it's just been some switchbacks leading away from the waterfall. Hasn't been particularly steep, so I think the way that we went was probably a really good way if you do want to do the whole loop. I definitely have to say, this section is very rocky, for sure. Check out these cool stone stairs. Look, more of them. They're a little slippery. Good to know. The squirrels in here are absolutely crazy. They keep throwing nuts at me from the top of the tree. They've almost hit me a couple of times, but I've been able to dodge it. Look at this crazy bench, how high it is.
So high. We are climbing up this tree. Yeah.
It's ridiculously high. I don't know why it's so high.
I don't know why it's so high.
This is the last little section before we get back to the parking lot. 2.6 miles. Wasn't too bad, but we're really hungry, so we're gonna go to lunch now. So Crabtree Falls, I would highly suggest that trail. That was really fun. It was a really beautiful woods, something that was really awesome. It was something that I would do by going to the left side of the loop for sure, because the steepest part is actually right like above the waterfall. You'll start hearing the waterfall, and then you do a bunch of switchbacks leading down. That's definitely like the strenuous part. That's like the hardest one. So if you're going down, it's not too bad. And then coming up, I thought would be maybe steeper, but it really wasn't that bad. There were some stairs that made the elevation gain a lot easier, and definitely suggest the trail. So go to Crabtree Falls off the Blue Ridge Parkway. So one thing to note, something that we just showed you, that there is roadblocks every so often, then they'll have to detour you off the parkway. This one was because of a rock slide. We just talked to our ranger. So we're gonna be detoured, but first we're gonna go have lunch. All right, we are back on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Woohoo! Table Rock Mountain. See it all the way out there in the distance. That is so cool. We're here at the orchard at Alta Pass. What's to say, Maddie? What do you think? This is probably the best view I've ever seen in an apple orchard.
Look at that tree.
Oh wow. This is the best view you've ever seen in an apple orchard? Cool, there's toys. Look at that. Jams and butter galore.
Daddy, it's gonna go for a tunnel.
Look, it's carrying Dippin' Dots. All right, so that's it for our time here at the orchard. We're gonna continue north on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Just one amazing overlook after another. So this right here is Grandfather Mountain, and I have to say, it's really impressive. I like the look of it. So we noticed on this trail there are these little painted feathers, and they go all along, leading this way right now. So we are heading to an overlook of the Lynn Cove Viaduct, and I have heard that this could be a little tricky to get to, so we'll see what we can do. We did our research, we'll try to find it, and then let you know how to get there. So far it just starts off as this little paved path through the woods. This is a really pretty little waterfall.
Ant waterfall.
Yeah.
Ant waterfall.
Ant waterfall right off the trail.
Ants would think this is a diamond. Ants think, yes, ants would drive it off that.
This is cool. We are now under the Lynn Cove Viaduct right now. So apparently this is the observation deck because you get to observe underneath it. But going out this way, I think we can get that classic view that we really want. From the observation deck, what you want to do is you want to turn to the left. There's stairs that lead up. I just talked to hikers that came from here, and he said that this is where you go to get that classic view that you really want to see of the viaduct. Okay, this is definitely epic.
Really? Oh wait, we don't know.
Look at this cool rock that we get to go through. So, the craggy opening that way is not where you want to head. You want to keep going to the right. So when you get up here, you're eye level with the viaduct. It's right there, the Lynn Cove Viaduct. This is such a cool little area. These giant rocks.
It's not open. I hate that, Daddy.
It's okay. More caves. Wow, look at these roots, Manny. So far, it looks pretty simple to get there. It's just a well-worn path. It doesn't look like it is necessarily because you've got so many rocks, but just kind of work your way around the rocks and you're on the way to the path.
Okay, is that going the right way?
Okay, I see what you mean though. There's definitely a hard way of telling like where it is, but when you just kind of walk around the rocks, you could definitely see that there's still a path. This rock is huge. You guys seeing this? Kind of follow eye level view and then under the Lynn Cove Viaduct. And then we kind of go above it a little bit too as you just work your way around this trail. This is definitely dense overgrowth and massive rocks that you have to climb through. It's kind of an adventurous trail. Makes for a lot of fun. Yeah, I definitely want to watch your step with the holes. So if you want that iconic view, this is right where you want to go, this rock.
Yeah.
Like I said, it is kind of hard to find, but if you just keep following the path, and I'll show you the turn in just a second where it goes. So if you want this iconic view, you got to get out on this rock and look out towards your right, and then you'll see the Lynn Cove Viaduct. So there looks like there's a path on the other side and a path down here. You won't be as high, but you'll still get the view. So we're gonna go see if we can double back on the trail and see if we can find it. So when you find this sign right here on the trail, you're going to be coming from that way, turn to the right, and you'll find that rock. So this trail, it's a little dense, which makes it exciting and fun. You get the big rocks, which also make it exciting and fun. And it's definitely harder to find, but it's not that ridiculous to find. It's definitely something that's doable. It's definitely something, if you follow along, you can find too, and really get the iconic picture of the Lynn Cove Viaduct. So I know that I mentioned I saw people walking on the path right from where you are from the visitor center. If you go north on the right, there's a path that you can walk. We chose not to do it because it's pretty much the same view that we just did now, but that is an option for another time. If you don't want to go through the woods, you just want to see a view, you can take that path. It's right after you go through the viaduct. There's a turn off to the right. So something cool I really want to point out, we just went to the Boulder Field Overlook and we noticed some really interesting things that I definitely want to show you. So we did this trail right here, the Tanawa Trail, which is actually, I guess comes right out here, which is cool because that takes you underneath the Linco Viaduct. But then there's something across the street that's super cool you have to see. So you get this cool view, and this is awesome, but there's something special that I want you to pay attention to. So if you look way up there, that's Grandfather Mountain, and that is the bridge, the suspension bridge. That's called the Mile High Suspension Bridge. It's up at a mile high from sea level that you can do right at Grandfather Mountain, and you get a cool view of that right here at this overlook. So we made it to Price Lake. Different kind of overlook for sure.